Welcome to your Magic Moon Message Part 2. This is the Peace Dealer. Moon is actually on Saturn right now, give or take a few degrees. Uh, we've officially entered the 300-degree angle that is rewarding you the divine experience of everything you're worth. Let's break that down. Rewarding you 300 degrees Aquarius signature, rewards from career, everything, Saturn and Pisces. All right. You are worth Taurus Sun. All right. Divinely rewarding you is the 11th house Pisces signature to the Taurus Sun with Saturn of everything you're worth. Bringing to a close the activation of power we activated in Aries. One thing about your value is that it's royal. Loyalty is royalty. Kings and queens do not suffer the opinion of sheep, and the foolish pop up out the mouth speaking bullshit that they literally know nothing of. And this is why the wise pick their battles. As you invest your energy, time, and attention towards influences who don't even come close to your bracket of quality or intelligence, be mindful if a lot of what you're doing is to just prove your own worth when you should already have that established. And this total experience is bringing together the full definition of exactly why and how you're getting ready to manifest this new quality during the new moon and Mu season, Taurus season. Cool. So the moon on Saturn, the moon on Neptune, the moon on Uranus, Jupiter, every time the moon transits a planet, it's the fastest moving luminary outside of Mercury, the fastest moving planet. And so every 28 days, every 28 to 30 days, the moon will make its way around the zodiac and touch these planets again. Every time that happens, that is initiating an update. You want to look at this like a software update that you may have once a month or once a year. That software update is updating us to how the plot has changed in our life relative to the awareness of the sun in its increasing degree throughout the 360-degree ecliptic path of the sun, intersecting the Earth's equator that gives us not only 4 seasons, but the zodiac table, which is not the visible constellations. People are still out here telling you that constellations are zodiac signs because they're stupid. All right, you're smart. So please keep that in mind. Right now, the sun is in the constellation of Aries, but that's not why we say it's Taurus season. You dig? That being said, all right, this supernatural understanding of the experience you are harvesting and completing has initiated, once again, this moon Saturn and subsequently moon Neptune. This once in a 28-day cycle updated, now in sun in Taurus, where last month the sun was in Aries, is shifting your awareness from the belief of who you are with the sun in Aries to now the belief of what you're worth. Saturn in Pisces is your Noah's Ark ride. And so relative to 6 months ago, where we were preparing to actually sail on this boat, we are on the boat watching the rain fall down on those who decided to hold fast to sin, missing the mark, and basically holding fast to an old tradition and structure, where building this ark requires belief and faith. Pisces, in the metaphysical, in the unseen, in the rain that will fall down that you've never seen. This is one of the first evidence, now that we're establishing this Taurian grounding, of what this is going to look like, the experience of this, the divine final experience of this. And the reason why this is even more important is with the establishment of the integrity of Saturn, the crystallization of this representation of the material universe in the zodiac sign of the metaphysical and dreams is what's going to tie together every experience towards, through synchronicities and with the vehicle of your imagination, stretching said imagination in order for you to, through your 5 senses, naturally tap in to the insight, energy, and perspective around you so much more clearer. It's like taking a tablet of NZT. You think clearer, you see brighter, you hear more sharply. As this awakens with Uranus and Taurus, your clair senses and your sixth sense. So this is a very unique transit that's going to prepare to continue to change our perspective of what we believe we're worth, because this 11th house transit is bringing it fully in. And that's what, in changing this perspective, will lead to the moon in Aries, where we understand now with this changed belief what direction we take with it, with the moon on Mars and the North Node, another 28-day cycle that the last time we had, Mars was in Pisces. So we're converting the belief of what we should do to understanding this is what we're doing, and we're having that courage. The moon in Aries is going to really pick up a lot more violently. So this is technically the calm before the storm, as narratives get unveiled and we get to see through the lies with the truth. All of this, mind you, is setting up one of the most extravagant Gemini seasons we're going to have in a while. So this definitely gives you time to reflect on what you've sowed based on what you experience you're reaping. The 11th house signature of this Pisces transit, moon transit, is also helping you feel the vibe of others out in the collective that match your value, that belong around you. And this also is getting ready with the influence of Saturn to crystallize supernatural qualities of your own magic through your belief, of your own ability to affect causality through your belief and imagination, of your own ability to imagine more that you're worth, especially with the expansion of Jupiter that has recently activated a new 12-year cycle with Uranus since 2010, 2011. Embrace the insecurity projected on you as you level up your value. And certain people who gained comfort leveraging how much less confidence you had in yourself now are grossly uncomfortable that you have leveled up past that, and now you're upsetting their position that they may have been comfortable in. And that you, of course, don't allow yourself to be manipulated or treated in a certain way, which just makes you more of a threat to those who don't move with integrity, who don't have any substance or value within themselves, and who are already marked for death, if I'm gonna be completely honest. So with that being said, you really want to understand whether the system of beliefs you currently have support what you're currently manifesting, as the moon in Pisces will bring up what needs to change or what you need to reinforce if everything is a-okay. This is going to, now that the moon has hit Saturn in between Neptune, get ready to transcend the organization of all the miracles and blessings you've sowed through the new moon in Aries, and prepare you to sow new seeds during the new moon in Taurus. Venus making the 90-degree angle with Pluto, getting ready to conjunct Jupiter and Uranus, is literally like a magic beanstalk that's going to grow through the ground with Pluto and shoot up near instantly. So this is going to bring a huger increase in the money you make and in the quality of what you produce as a reflection of your character. This is definitely a great period to practice the law of assumption. Spend this time imagining everything that you desire and wish for as if you already have it. And in doing so during this cycle, it will definitely add a much more rich experience of how quickly and instantly this actually comes into fruition and with the earth sign Taurus form. There we go. And here you go. Thanks, man. No problem. I had to make sure not to dox myself. All right, that being, I pretty much did that at this point with the video and everything. But yeah, y'all. So if you treat this like it's the completion of a harvest, you want to get excited, because out of all the 11th house signatures, this is the only 11th house signature that we have 29-degree Neptune and Saturn in. So this is going to be very huge. It's a totality of everything that you're worth. And this is going to produce miracles. I want to highlight how, whereas yesterday where the moon just entered Pisces, now that we're in the signature and the moon is over Saturn, you've pretty much unlocked more of this contract you've signed since March. And yeah, baby, get ready for it all to come in. It's going to be so much that the moon in Aries is going to transcend who you thought you were before and what you thought you're worth. Because, you know, in the words of the great Fat Joe, yesterday's price is not today's price. So, like, when the moon goes into Aries, there's what you thought you were worth before. And now that you've experienced through the moon in Pisces everything you're worth, you're going to realize you're worth a lot more. And now you have to release old beliefs of what you were worth in the way you understand how you should act. And then that's going to set up the new cycle with the new moon. When it comes to this manifestation of supernatural quality, before Gemini season is going to have us practice new abilities, is the nature of your senses and minute changes in your body that with Jupiter will become so much more noticeable, which didn't happen just overnight, but through the span of maybe 2 decades, definitely since 2020. All right, with the Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and Mars conjunction in Capricorn. And yeah, y'all, you definitely want to be prepared, especially by the 29-degree conjunction with Neptune, to, at the first time in over 160 years, reach the peak experience of understanding the full potential of your imagination and everything that's possible for you to achieve through what you believe you can achieve. This is with Taurus making more tangible the quality of your imagination like an application that's not just non-linear and that you dive into, but that can reflect into your waking physical world, even if you just use your imagination to perceive your environment or experience from a different angle to approach it differently. But what you will find is that there are properties with which you can draw from this metaphysical realm to actually make real, to actually materialize in reality, to actually stand on with your own 2 feet. And as this raises your quality, this is going to attract you to more people who can match that quality. And it's going to create more cognitive dissonance between those who are threatened by you standing on that quality. We call them WLBs or SLBs, weak little bitches or stupid little bitches. And you want to be mindful, the people who you spend your time around are who you'll become. So are you around WLBs? Ask yourself why you feel that that's all you think you should be worth around. Because it's not entirely your fault, not that it's even a bad thing, but really be mindful of the influence of who you're around. I did my live today and it reminded me that I'm around some of the most divine, godly, amazing people, letting me know that everything that I've been doing has kept me on the right track and there's more to move forward with. And I hope you kind of examine that too. As the moon kind of transits during the rest of Pisces, this is going to increase the degree of supernatural vibration and experience you understand relative to the reasoning behind what evaluates your confidence in yourself. And I hope you enjoy that. This is definitely going to manifest pretty quickly as well and continue over the next 2 weeks. You guys stay blessed as always. Until next time.